Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are returning, Mo Gang, what's goody? What's goody? So, don't know if y'all can tell or not. Y'all should be able to tell, but you guys are in my kitchen with me because we are about to get the day 4. Let me put all my fingers in. Day 4 of 12 Days of Vlogmas. We're about to get this show on the road. And I want to throw out there, if you see the next one, which will be day 5, if you see me with the same little hair tie on for one part and then see my hair out for another part, just act like you don't see it, because they're going to overlap as far as the days. They're going to overlap. And you'll understand why I say that later on. But anyway, today is day 5 of 12 days of Vlogmas. And I'm not going to lie to y'all, I almost tapped out on today. But today, I have something semi-special, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing overly festive. And really, honestly, my sweater is kind of tricking. This is a wash day and chill. Wash day and chill sweater. We're not giving Christmas vibes at the moment, but it's all right. I'm glad y'all are still here. So today we are actually going to do a cook with me video. Yes, a cook with me video. This is not, and I repeat, is not sponsored. I don't have sponsorships, but I am cooking a HelloFresh meal today. And I figured, I was like, oh, this would be kind of a fun little video to, record or whatnot for one of the days of Vlogmas, to give us some content. So I am about to make this meal here. The cherry ancho chicken cutlets with almond brown butter, rice, and garlicky Brussels sprouts. Now, the Brussels sprouts, I love Brussels sprouts, y'all. Oh my goodness. I'm going to put my own little twist and add a little bit of different seasoning to that. Generally, outside of the regular recipe, it only usually calls for salt and pepper. I do just pretty much use the salt and pepper, but I use seasoned salt. So I'm going to show you guys my setup in just a second. But if you guys are new here, if you have been rocking and rolling with these 12 days of Christmas, Vlogmas style, okay, 12 days of Vlogmas. If y'all have been rocking with it already and you're not subscribed, I have a problem. I need y'all to subscribe, okay? So go down below, hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell, so that way you are notified every time I post a new video. Be sure when you hit that notification bell, make sure you hit all so you get all the notifications for my channel. So let's get into it, y'all. All right, y'all, so I got my whole little set up. It does all come in this little bag here. I usually just use the bag as my like trash for what I cook with. So it comes with the Brussels sprouts, the chicken, the rice, garlic powder, chicken stock concentrate, the ancho chili powder, cherry jam spread, and sliced almonds. So this is all the contents. And then these are just a few little utensils I'm going to use, as well as my knife. And then I'm going to add this seasoning here to my Brussels sprouts, like I normally do when I cook my Brussels sprouts. And I'm going to add some balsamic glaze to them as well. If y'all know, y'all know. And then this is the seasoned salt I'm going to use. It is the pink Himalayan seasoned sea salt, and just some black pepper that I'm gonna crush. So let's get this show on the road. Ignore that stuff over there. It's just, this is my little setup. So I'm gonna get y'all set up so we can get to this cooking video. Y'all, I'm so special. This is so annoying. When I put my microphone on and forget to actually turn it on. So now I have to re-record this part. So the instructions said, as far as for the first step is roasting the Brussels sprouts. So you're going to adjust the rack to the top position and preheat oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, which I have already done. Wash and dry produce, which I have already done. This is the only produce that I have. And then you're going to toss the Brussels sprouts on a baking sheet. I'm just going to use this one here with a drizzle of oil. I'm going to just use my olive oil that I have. I do like the flavor of that. So I'm going to just drizzle a little bit in there. Ooh. Drizzle a little bit of that. Mix that up a little bit so that way the oil gets potentially on every Brussels sprout. And then it says to, I'm going to bring them closer together. And then it says to add the garlic powder, which is here. So we're going to go ahead and add it. It is not pre-cut. Usually they have little cuts and stuff, but these are not. So from what I see, you can use all of this, so I guess I'll go ahead and use it all up. Mix it up a little bit and use the rest. Honestly, I kind of want to save, I'm going to save the rest of this for, I ain't gonna lie, I'm going to save the rest of this for when I season the chicken, actually. I'm gonna just do that myself since I'm already adding other seasonings. So like I said, I am gonna go in with this rub here. This is actually a honey barbecue rub from Pepper Palace. They are at the outlets here in North Carolina at Smithfield. They have a shop there and they have all kind of like spices, rubs and stuff like that. And I love using this one on my Brussels sprouts because it gives you obviously the different seasonings that it's made up of. And on top of that, it has a little kick of sweetness to it. So I love that. So just gonna mix it up, make sure we're all coated. And then I'm going to go in with some of the balsamic glaze. I got this big old thing of balsamic glaze from BJ's actually. And I like to drizzle some on there before cooking. Do kind of just drizzle that. And I did put a little bit more oil because I feel like all the oil kind of absorbed into the Brussels sprouts. So I'm just going to kind of toss this around so it can cook with balsamic glaze on it. And then I do add a tiny bit more once they are done cooking. So that is what they look like so far. I'm going to go ahead and put these in the oven. So now, meanwhile, so we're going to come on over here to the pan because we are done over here on the cutting board for a while. Okay. Redirect. Sorry, y'all. That's actually, the butter is for the pot. So we're going to heat this pot. Make sure I'm doing the right eye. I have a bad habit of not doing the correct eye. So we're going to put the pot on medium high, which I just put it in between on this eye here. I'll show y'all real quick. That's how these ones are. So I just put it on like a little bit above 6 for medium high. Okay, so meanwhile, we are going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter in a small pot over medium-high heat. Cook, stirring frequently until butter is foamy and flecked. I've never seen that. I think it's flecked. I've never seen this word before, y'all. With amber brown bits. So like 1 to 2 minutes is what it says. So you're basically trying to get a brownish butter in here. And then it does instruct to, once it is at that point, to add the almonds, which you guys can hear me pre-opening now. So I just want to make sure we are good to go when the time is near, because I'm sure the browning is going to happen fairly quickly. I don't doubt it. And I'm going to use my little red spoon here. This is a Farberware brand, by the way, in case you wanted to know about that. Farberware is also, I don't know if that's the tongs I got as well, but we can see that it is already doing its thing here. And so yeah, then once it gets to that brownish color we want, you're going to add the almonds and cook, stirring until golden and toasted. So about 15 to 30 seconds it says. Immediately transfer the brown butter almonds into a small bowl, scraping out the brown bits from the bottom of the pot. We are going to use this pot again. So I got my bowl here for the side. And we're going to just let this go for a few minutes. Alright, so as you guys can kind of see down there, the brown flecks are in there, whatever that means. So we are going to go ahead and add the almonds. And we are going to cook and toast those. I feel like 2 tablespoons of butter was too much. I don't know, y'all. But, I mean, that's what it said. And in a small pot. I don't know how toasted I'm going to have these almonds. But, yeah. But at least this is going to give... I'm just going to go ahead and take these out because, like I said, it's not really toasting because my pot is small. Even though it says to put into a small pot, I think it really wants it to be in a pot that's like a bit, just one step bigger than this. So now I'm going to go ahead and add my rice. And take that off the eye. 3/4 cups of water. Add it to the rice. And typically, I'm just going to stir that up. And if y'all see anything in here that isn't from like that little thing that's floating there, that's the skin of the almond. And I do generally add just salt, regular salt, instead of seasoned salt to this. And I'm going to go in with the Badia pink Himalayan salt. And of course you're going to bring this to a boil. Then let it cook for a few minutes. Alright, so now it says, meanwhile, pat chicken dry with paper towel, which you guys can see I am doing now. And I did also wash these off. And it does say to season all over with half the chili powder and salt and pepper. So I'm actually going to go ahead and use up the rest of the garlic powder because I just feel like it's gonna add something, you know, a little some extra. And then it said half of the chili powder. So I'm gonna just do a nice sprinkle on each side so I can have some, because apparently you're gonna use it in the next step. And going in with my seasoned salt. Now this I'm going to use generously because, you know, this is the only time I season my food. I do not typically re-season my food, so I make sure it's well seasoned while I'm going. And this is black pepper. All right, so all I do now, press a little bit. Please ignore my nails, y'all. Please ignore my nails. I am going through. I'm actually gonna suck these acrylics off. I think I'm gonna just give my nails a break for a little while. So yeah, right. And then I'm just gonna go in because y'all better be out there seasoning both sides of y'all chicken. That's all I gotta say. All right. Bada boom, bada bing. And I am checking on the Brussels sprouts. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So I might have tossed it with a little more balsamic glaze really quick. Back to the chicken. So I'm just gonna leave the Brussels sprouts sitting out over there for a few minutes until the oven can cool down a little bit, and we're gonna sprinkle a little of this, and then we're gonna leave the rest for apparently the next step. Season generously with some seasoned salt and black pepper. All right, so I'm just gonna press a little bit there. And this side actually is going to be the side I want down first. The side I just finished up seasoning. So I'm going to have this side facing up for the first go round. All right, so now we are going to go over here to the pan. So now it says to heat a drizzle of oil. I'm going to put this on medium high heat. So I'm going to put this on what will be the 5 setting on this side. And I will show y'all again. Like, this is a dual eye. So that's the one I have on. So, and I am using some of this sunflower oil. I prefer to use alternative oils, high cooking oils, because technically you really shouldn't cook with olive oil in a pan, apparently, because it's not really high temperature safe in a sense. There are certain oils that are high temperature safe. I want to say olive oil is one, sunflower oil is one, coconut oil is another. You can look up some more ones, but I do not use vegetable oil because what vegetable is that from? And canola oil, I heard, just isn't the best for you. So I tend to stay away from cooking with that. So we are now heating this up here, and we will then add the chicken, cook until browned and cooked through. So it says 6 to 8 minutes per side. Lower heat if chicken begins to brown too quickly. If the chicken is on the thicker side, cover the pan after flipping. I feel like it is warm enough. I'm gonna go ahead and add my chicken. Oh yeah. And I am gonna press it just a little bit to make some contact with the pan. All right, so as you guys can see, the chicken is just about done. I'm about to get ready to transfer it over to the cutting board because you are supposed to turn off the heat, remove the chicken from the pan, and let it rest on a board. So I'm going to do that, and it does want me to clear out the pan. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer the chicken to the cutting board. The same pan, add 1/4 of a cup of water. The stock concentrate. Okay. And the jam. And also the remainder of the ancho chili powder. So I kind of was taking it off the heat a little bit. All right, there we go. Okay. And the remaining chili powder. Go ahead and just dump the rest of that in there. Stir it up. And it just says to stir, scraping up any bits from the bottom of the pan. Well, I wiped the pan free, so because it did say to get any burnt, like little burnt bits out. So I don't know why it's saying to get up bits now. I don't know. All right, so it says pretty much let this go until thicken. It's not quite thickened just yet, but it's definitely pretty much there now. I'm not gonna lie. Once the sauce has thickened, then it does say to stir in 1 tablespoon of butter until melted and combined. Season with salt and pepper as desired. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. Go ahead and add my butter and a little bit of seasoned salt. I don't need much. That probably was a little, no, that wasn't too much. And pepper. So I don't like this particular grinder. I ain't gonna even hold y'all, but I plan on getting a different one, so it's okay. It'll serve its purpose for now. And so I'm just gonna kind of remove it from the heat so it doesn't thicken too much, and just let the butter melt. And this is going to be the sauce for the chicken. All right. It smells so good. All right, so now I'm going to All right, so now it says to fluff the rice with a fork. I'm not going to fluff it with a fork. I'm just going to go ahead and put the brown butter almonds along with technically the butter because, honey, it had me cook this with way too much butter. I don't know what they talking about, 2 tablespoons, maybe 2 teaspoons. And I'm just going to go ahead and stir this all together. And then it does say that you can season with some salt and pepper, which I'm gonna taste the rice first to make sure, to see if I even need to add any salt or pepper. I'm not gonna add pepper. I don't really like pepper in my rice like that, to be honest. Let me just try and see, because this butter is not unsalted, so okay. It could go for just a tiny bit more salt. Not much. I'm just going to, it may seem like I'm shaking a lot, but it's coming out of this side. And it's not a lot that's coming out at a time. So, all right. That's going to do. And so, what I'm going to do is, I am going to just go ahead. I ain't going to even lie to y'all. I'm going to go ahead and eat the full serving of Brussels sprouts. This is supposed to be enough for 2 people, but y'all, look at this. Like, that's not enough. That's not enough for 2 people. But granted, I'm not making this for 2 people. I'm not making this for 2 people at the moment. But the boxes are serving sized for 2 people. So let's get this plated up, and I will show you guys the final results on my plates. All right, y'all, so this is the final result of this recipe from HelloFresh, which again is the cherry ancho chicken cutlets with almond brown butter rice and garlicky Brussels sprouts, but they're actually balsamic glazed Brussels sprouts. So we're gonna try a little bit of everything. I'm gonna try a little bit of everything for y'all. I'm gonna drop that little piece. I'm just gonna try a little piece of chicken. That sauce is so good. Definitely going in with a Brussels. Hit every time. And a little bit of the almond rice. Everything tastes great. Absolutely great. So, I am going to go ahead, sit down, and have me this good old dinner. I did put the other half of the rice and the other chicken cutlet already in a meal prep container. I'll show y'all that. So I got that here, so that way I can eat that very easily tomorrow for probably lunch or either my first meal. I don't know yet. I haven't fully decided, but it'll more than likely probably be for a lunchtime meal. But nutrition facts wise, because y'all know fitness over here too, this is a 700 calorie dinner. Now it's probably a little bit more because I added the balsamic glaze to the Brussels sprouts, but as is, it is 700 calories. I probably only added maybe 50 more calories using the balsamic glaze because it's not a lot of calories in that, and I didn't use a full serving size, so that's that. But I'm also going to follow up with this Olipop Apple Crisp probiotic drink here. It's only 50 calories per can. So I just want something kind of sweet, even though I've been doing a lot of, this kind of drinking as far as like sweeter things. All right, y'all, so that is it. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Maybe it gave you something different to cook, idea of something different to cook. If y'all want more details of the actual like measurements as far as like everything, like the whole breakdown, I actually may leave that down below in the comment box, so that way if y'all want to recreate this dinner, you're able to recreate this dinner if you don't already use HelloFresh. And if I have a referral code or anything like that, I will leave it down below as well. And all that good stuff, because even though yes, it's not sponsored or anything like that, I get like little referral codes every so often because I am a loyal HelloFresh customer. Loyal. Yeah, that is it for day what 4? Yeah, day 4 of 12 days of Vlogmas. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next vlog. See y'all then.